In the Mountains of Mourn dwell the ogres, a barbaric race of violent, cunning, gluttonous creatures bred for one purpose: destruction. Ogres care about little except for quelling their own appetites. Today, we find a unit of ogres travelling through the Mountains of Mourn, no doubt in search of prey to fill their bellies. These particular beasts are man-eaters, one of the more powerful fighters among the ogre ranks. Man-eaters are typically mercenaries who travel to far-off lands accruing wealth, scars, and war gear before heading back to the ogre kingdoms. This is an effective way for an ogre to learn the arts of war from the armies they fight with. As such, man-eaters will often take on the characteristics of factions, so no two man-eaters look exactly alike. Becoming a sellsword is a popular pursuit for ogres, allowing them to fill their bellies on the remains of slain enemies. By the looks of it, these ogres are just starting their journey, no doubt hoping to learn the ways of warfare from the fearsome armies to the east. To sustain them on their journey, the ogres consume noblars, an act of necessity that is simply too gruesome for non-ogres to watch. Since the Great Moor fell, ogres had to resort to consuming the cannon fodder creatures to survive, but they much prefer something less stringy. When not being used for sustenance, these creatures serve as the frontline fighters in ogre armies. As the travellers make their camp for the night, we get another insight into ogre culture, their worship of the Great Moor. The ogres gather detritus and arrange their camp in a facsimile of the calamity that once decimated the ogre population. The gaping mouth, lined with razor-sharp teeth, was said to be the gateway to an endless pit that reached all the way to the other side of the world. Ogres worship this ominous symbol as a deity, and owe to it their insatiable appetite. You will see jagged teeth everywhere in ogre society, especially on their gut plate. These particular man-eaters appear to be members of the Goldtooth tribe, led by the legendary lord Greasus Goldtooth. The full name for this repellent dictator is Trade Lord Greasus, Tribe Stealer Drake, Crash Gate, Crasher Horde Master Goldtooth the Shockingly Obese, and that should give you some idea about the reputation that precedes him. As a member of the richest clan among the ogres, Greasus is motivated by immeasurable greed, and will do whatever it takes to remain the biggest, fattest, mightiest tyrant among the ogres. Lacking the size or noble bloodline of their lord, these man-eaters are destined to be infantrymen, albeit one of the most important units in the fight. Their armor-piercing attribute allows them to cut through even the toughest of enemies with relative ease. Man-eaters are also not opposed to working together with their allies to improve their strength. Capable of wielding almost any weapon you can imagine, they are also some of the most versatile fighters in the ogre army. What exactly awaits these lumbering hulks, we couldn't say, but you can bet it will result in them filling their belly and spilling as much blood as they can in the process.